You click to that one?
Yeah, not this one. It went on that one, not this.
Okay, try again.
Yeah, it's on the other one.
Try with this one.
This is the one.
Can you refresh it? Only shows that one. Today's class we really need a screen.
So does that one have airplane? Does that come?
Sure.
Maybe you get out of airplane.
This one's not enough.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. I'm gonna try to get this email out by next class. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Okay, let's begin inshallah. We will start off with page 50. Page 50 in the book. Okay. All right. Alhamdulillah. Okay. So last time, what did we cover? Did I finish this? I had to stop it all of a sudden, right?
We did not finish that.
Okay. Can you guys hear me on Zoom?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So last time, what did we cover? Called Na'at and Man'ut. Very good. So this now, Ba, which is the second part of it, is going to discuss, or not discuss, but rather teach us the is going to teach us the when it has alif lam. Okay. So let's go ahead and start. I'm gonna read them, and I want you to tell me what the Nat and Man'ud are. أين المدرس? Where is the teacher? هو في الفصل. هو في الفصل. He is in the classroom. وأين المدرس الجديد? Tell me what the Nat and Man'ud here are. They're the two words. This word and this word. Which one is the Nat? الجديد. Good. And that makes المدرس the منعوت. Right? Very good. هو عند المدير. هو عند المدير. هو means he is, and the mudir we know already. What does that mean? Hmm? No, no, no. That is uh مريض. This is mudir. Mudir is the principal. So what do you think عند means? Hmm? We? With. Very good. عند means with. Now it'll change depending on context, but here, Jazakallah khair. Thank you. It'll change depending on context, but here, this عند, the meaning of this is that it is with him, but this with has a very extra little bit in its meaning, and that is it means with him in his office. Okay, so we'll cover this word عند, and then we'll cover another word that is ma'a. It'll come in I think the next chapter. They both, when translated, will translate to with. But عند in this means that essentially the teacher is with the principal on the principal's um at the principal's location. عند المديري means it gives the meaning that he's with the principal on his um what's a good way to say it? Like on his um like where the mudir is the principal, where it's his room, it's his place. Okay?
Premises.
Sorry? Can you say it again online?
Oh no, I was asking if premises would also work.
Premises. Okay, he's with him on his premises. Okay, that's fair. Um, but essentially it means that he is with the mudir, but with the mudir on his um turf, essentially. Okay. أين الطالب, and the opposite مع, when we get there, it'll be it doesn't give that same meaning. مع just means with in any uh place. It doesn't give any restrictions, any specific details. أين الطالب الجديد? So الطالب is the منعوت, الجديد is the nath. Where is the new student? ذهب إلى المكتبة. مكتبة means library. We know that already. What does ذهب mean? What does ذهب mean? ذهب is a what type of word? It doesn't have alif lam or tanween, so it's probably not an ism. What are the two other options? It's a فعل. Very good. It's a فعل. It is a verb. What does it mean? He went. Good. ذهب إلى المكتبة means what? says it there. The library. He went to the library. So ذهب means he went. He went. Okay. من ذلك الرجل الطويل الذي خرج الآن من المدرسة. Now, there's a lot going on in the sentence. Okay? So we're going to take this one step by step. We know what man is. What is man? فعل? No, no. Man means what? Who? Good. It means who. Okay? Now, all of this is a part of one sequence. Okay? All of this is part of one sequence. ذلك الرجل الطويل. What does ذلك mean? That. And then الرجل الطويل means what? The tall man. Who is that tall man? Now, ذلك is kind of falls in into the sequence. Why? Because it's ism ishara. Because it's a pointing word. The pointing word, when it comes at the beginning of a sentence like that, before the words, it gets brought into it. The ذلك will take the same um the ذلك makes it a definite word. ذلك is a definite word. Here, that's what I want to say. ذلك is a definite word. Okay? Because you're talking about something specific. Now, now let's talk about the ذلك and الرجل, because الطويل is pretty easy. الرجل والطويل, that's easy. I think we can figure that out by ourselves now. That when we're looking at ذلك and الرجل, what do we get? ذلك الرجل. ذلك is for masculine or feminine? Masculine. الرجل is masculine or feminine? So they're both masculine. الرجل is one or two or three? One. ذلك is for one, two, or three? Wow, how do we know that? We're not. We're right now. What we're doing is to figure that information out. So pretend like you don't know that yet. How do you know ذلك is just one? Uh-huh. Good. So ذلك is singular. It's just for one. We haven't covered the other ones. There will be other ones that come that will be dual and plural on how you use them. Masculine. So they're both singular. And I'm telling you, this is information that you just have to know. ذلك is always definite. And الرجل, is it definite or not? It is definite. So both of them are definite. Okay. And then what's missing? الرجل. ذلك الرجل. ذلك, if you look here, I don't know how zoomed in it is, but ذلك has a fatha at the end, and الرجل has a dhamma. So are they both in the same state? No, no, no. The word ذلك, this kaf at the end, will always have that kaf at the end. It won't be different than that. It won't be different than that. There will be some different words that are similar, but that kaf will always have that kaf at the end in order to have this meaning. Okay? And I'll explain in a little bit what I mean by that. So ذلك الرجل الطويل, both of them are مرفوع. Both of them are مرفوع. ذلك is مرفوع because it is coming at the beginning of the sentence, and by default it is مرفوع. That kaf with the fatha at the end is not telling us that it's mansub. And that's your first exposure to that. And the more that we go in today, you'll see a little bit more of that. Then the word alladhi. What does alladhi mean? Alladhi means either that or which. It's called ism al-mawsul. Ismul mawsul, which is, if you translate that, connecting word. Connecting word. Alladhi is going to be one of four that we learn. But this word also has singular versions, dual versions, and plural versions, and then masculine versions and feminine versions. Okay? So alladhi means that or which, depending on the context, because it's not a complete proper translation every single time. So who is that tall man? And then I can put that, but in this context, I can also put which. Which kharaja means what? We know kharaja. What does kharaja mean? It's kind of similar to ذهب. Kharaja means I'm talking about that which or sorry, that left. He left. Kharaja means he left. Well, because you're already talking about someone specific, in English you don't repeat the he part. He left. Al-ana. Al-ana is a word, it'll always just stay just like that. Al-ana. You won't change the ending of it, you won't change anything else about it. Al-ana means what? Right now. Or you can even just say just now. Say right now. And you know what min al-madrasa means. What does that mean? From the school. From the school. So the whole sentence, من ذلك الرجل الطويل الذي خرج الآن من المدرسة. It's very specifically worded so that we can practice connecting the words. Okay? I'll say it again. من ذلك الرجل الطويل الذي خرج الآن من المدرسة. Who is that tall man that left now or just now from the school? Make sense? Okay. هو المدير الجديد. He is the new principal. And this is going to be a very similar sentence to the previous one. وَمَن نِل. وَمَا All right, so typically it would have the sukoon on the noon, but here we're going to put a kasrah because it's connecting to the next word. وَمَنِ الْوَلَدُ الصَّغِيرُ الَّذِي خَرَجَ الْآنَ مِنَ الْفَصْلِ. وَمَن means what? And who? الْوَلَدُ الصَّغِيرُ. Good. Small boy. Here it actually means young boy. Because small in age, it's young, right? Who is that young boy? الذي that خرج left الآن من الفصل from the classroom. Perfect. Who ومن الولد الصغير الذي خرج الآن من الفصل? And who is that young boy who left or that left not just now from the classroom? Make sense? هو ابن المدير الجديد. I'm on this one, so I'll have to erase everything before. So I'm just reading this first. هو ابن المدير الجديد. He is the son of the new principal. So who was first? He is Ibn, the son, because why is it the son, even though there's no al? Because it's mudaf. Very good. Because it's mudaf. And the mudaf is? Yes. The mudaf, good. That's what I don't know how to ask a question. The mudaf is ma'rifah. It is specific. It is known. I'm not using specific. What am I saying? I forgot the word again. Direct? Definite, definite. It is definite. So you say the son. And then we know already al-mudir al-jadidi. What does that mean? The new principal. He is the son of, you say of because it's mudaf mudaf ilayh, of the new principal. Make sense? All right. Should I go to the next page? All right. Liman, liman تلك السيارة الجميلة. We know this one already too. Someone want to venture a guess? What's this one mean? Very close. Who does that car belong to? So liman is belong to who? That's what that means. Liman belongs to who? Tilka is that, and as-sayyaratul jamila. As-sayyara means car, and jamila means beautiful. Who does that car, beautiful car, belong to? Make sense? Hiya lil mudiril jadidi. What does hiya mean? Close, but no. Because in this context, we don't call cars keys. Hmm? It. Very good. But it, it's translated in English as it, but in Arabic, it will have a masculine or a feminine connotation, right? So you'll say hiya in response to what? To the par. Par has ta marbuta, therefore it is feminine, and it has hiya. Okay. لمن هذا الكتاب الكبير أهو للمدرس. Same thing. لمن هذا الكتاب الكبير. Who does this big book belong to? أهو للمدرس. Is it for the teacher? Or does it belong to the teacher? لا هو للطالب الجديد. No, it is for or belongs to the new student. This lam again. Harf jar, right? And it turns the word that is attached to majroor. What's the example that we know from the Quran? Hmm? Yeah. The li that's here is harf jar, and it turns the word that is attached to in which ayah? Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Right? Lillahi is um the word is majrur because of the lamp. All right. أين الملعقة الصغيرة? Where is the small spoon? ملعقة is spoon. صغيرة عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. صغيرة is small. هي في الكوب. Kubi means it means cup. Okay. أين الكرسي المكسور? All right. So both of these words are all the way from the first page of the book. Okay. أين we know is أين is where. It's a question. It means where. الكرسي المكسور. What's maksur mean? Us. Very good. Good. Broken. Where is the broken chair? Huwa hunaka. Huwa means what here? It, not he. Hunaka means there. Very good. We covered that a couple of classes, I think. There. Okay. We got this? Any questions? Right. So now I'm going to go forward to page 53. We're just going to do just one or two examples of this before moving on. Okay, we'll do this one and we'll do this one. الكتاب الذي على المكتب للمدرس. الكتاب الذي على المكتب للمدرس. The book which is on or on top of the desk belongs to the teacher. Belongs to the teacher. Number 5. السرير الذي في غرفة خالد مكسور. Okay. السرير الذي في غرفة خالد مكسور. Why is مكسور مرفوع? خبر. Very good. Because it is خبر. في غرفة خالد is what kind of a sentence? Or what kind of a part of a sentence, a rule that we learned? نعت المنعوت? نعت المنعوت had to be the similar. They look the same. مبتدأ والخبر no. غرفة خالد. مضاف إليه. Very good. مضاف ومضاف إليه. Okay. Then في is a what type of word? حرف جر. Very good. حرف جر. الذي is what kind of word? We just did on the last page. اسم. الذي. We did that on the previous page. اسم الإشارة is the هذا هذه ذلك تلك. اسمه الموصول, connecting word. Okay. And that leaves السرير to mean what? I mean to be what? مبتدأ. Very good. See how complex it is? It's also so easy at the same time. السرير الذي في غرفة خالد مكسور. Does this make sense? اسم المو موصول. اسم الموصول. Go to the next one. What's that? Good. الكلمات الجديدة. المكتبة, the library. المكتبة, the library. الآن, this word will always end in the fatha. الآن, now, or right now. المروحة, المروحة, fan, like a ceiling fan. المستوصف, clinic, like a health clinic. المستوصف. المدرسة الثانوية. Literal translation, secondary school. That's what ثانوية means, secondary. المدرسة is school, secondary school. But for our purposes, high school. Means high school. الوزير, minister. الوزير, minister. شهير, famous. الشهير, famous. حاد, the shadda and the dal, حاد, sharp. Okay. Now, we are going to move on to this. Do two more things for today. So who remembers this list that's shaded in the green in the middle? I wrote it on the board a while ago. You can see it, right? Yeah. هو هما هم, هي هما هن, أنت أنتما أنتم, أنت أنتما أنتن, أنا نحن. These are called ضمير or ضمائر. ضمير means, this word ضمير means pronoun. Okay. منفصلة means disconnected or detached, as it's here. Okay. So we're gonna learn two lists of words, and it's gonna make the rest of the like most of the second half of the book. We're at the second half part of the book now. Very easy to go through because we're just gonna do all of this in one go. Now, before that, let me explain this. First person in English means you're talking about me, or you are included in the conversation. So me, I, or we. Okay. Second person is that you are just talking to someone, you are addressing someone directly. And third person, you are talking about a person that is not directly in the conversation that you are in. Does that make sense? So they could either be somewhere on the other side of the world, or they can be right next to you, but you're not talking to them, you're talking about them. Does that make sense? Okay. So the way that this list is breaking it down is you have the masculine in the first third, okay, here, and then you have the feminine that follows those. The ana and the nahnu, don't have specific genders. Anyone can use those words. Does that make sense? Okay. So we covered all of these already. So quick review. Huwa, he is or it is. He or it. Huma, they. When you're talking about something, for dual, two. Hum, they, plural. Hiya means he or it. Right? We just covered both of these. Huma is the same word here and here. It's just repeated. Why? Because it's easier to rhyme and memorize that way. Hunna is they, plural, for feminine. So hum, plural for masculine. Hunna, plural for feminine. Okay, I'll be right back after that then. Now, hunna is plural, feminine. Anta, going to second person. Okay, so all of those, you're talking about someone else, right? That's not directly in the conversation with you. Now you're talking about the next six are going to be those that you are in a direct conversation with. Anta, you, masculine. Antuma, you, both of you. Antum, you, plural. So all of you. All of you. Anti, you, singular, for feminine. Antuma, again, same thing. Just repeat it for the rhyme. You, both of you, plural. Sorry, both of you, dual. Antunna, you, plural. So all of you, speaking specifically to women. Ana, I am, or I. Nahnu, we. These don't have a gender. These do not have a gender. Okay, so this was just a quick review. Next comes the attached pronouns. Okay, so um, the munfasil is what we did before, disconnected pronouns. Now we're doing the connected pronouns. متصل. And if you remember in your notebook at the very beginning, I asked you to make the table, and I wrote on one side of it the munfasil that we just covered, and now on the left side you can write the muttasil that are the connected ones that are directly related to these. Okay, so what does this mean? I'll give you an example. أين كتاب محمد؟ أين كتاب محمد? If I want to say it is, what do I say? What do I say? هو or هي? هو على المكتب. هو على المكتب. Then to add on to it even more, to describe it, or let's say about Muhammad, I can say kitabu hu alal maktabi. Okay, kitabu hu alal maktabi. Now, why is it maktabi? Very easy question. Because of the okay. Anyway, alal maktabi. Why is it maktabi? Huh? Yes, ala. Good. So that the second half of the sentence already makes sense. Now we're here, kitabuhu. Okay, this kitabu is brought down here. That's why it is. That is why it is. What's the word? Marfu. That's why it's marfu. Now we're adding this ha and attaching it to the word. This ha is a representation of the word huwa. It is a representation of the word huwa. So, but these two things mean two different things. So let me translate. Starting from the top, Aina kitabu Muhammadin. Where is the book of Muhammad? Huwa ala al-maktabi. Huwa ala al-maktabi. It is on the desk. It, the huwa is referring to what in this context? The book. Good. Now, kitabuhu ala al-maktabi. The word kitab is already there for you. So it's not referring to the kitab. The who is a representation of what could be huwa, but attached to the word. What does it mean? Good. His. Who is his? Who is, you say his, what's the name of the person? What's his name? Muhammad. Very good. Muhammad. Muhammad. His book. Okay, his book. Now, when you add a word to the end of a noun like this, when you add that, it turns into mudaf ilayh. So kitabuhu, this kitab is mudaf, and this ha is mudaf ilayh. These words on the left side will be connected at the end of isms, of nouns. At the end of isms. Okay, so let me just go through this. And right now, write this down. Try to memorize it as best as you can. But we're gonna go through the book and find examples to better understand them. Okay. For huwa, the attached pronoun is who. The attached pronoun is who. For huma, the attached pronoun is huma. Same thing. For whom, it's whom. Okay. Everything, just remember on the right side is disconnected from the word. On the left side, it adds on to the end of the word, like mudaf ilayh. Hiya turns into ha when it's connected to the word. Ha alif. Huma, same thing on both sides. Huma is huma. Hunna is hunna. So both of these are the same. Then you have anta. Anta means you. Ka at the end is the connected pronoun. It means yours. So anta means you, but ka means yours. So you could say anta Muhammadun, or if you're using the kaf, you could say, like for example, the book kitabuka, kitabuka, your book. Antuma turns into huma. Antuma turns into huma when it's attached to the end. Antum means kum. Antum means kum, or it turns into kum. At the end here, anti, the other side is ki, ki. So kitabu, ki, your book. Speaking to one singular female. Antuma turns into kuma, same thing as before. And kunna turns into kunna. And tunna turns into kunna. Now this is an interesting one, okay? Ana turns into ya. Ana turns into ya. So if you say ana and you say name, your name, you could say ana waj. My name is Waj. Ana waj. If you want to say my name is, you say ismi. Ism means name. My name is ismi Wajid. So ana turns into mine, or whatever in English is the proper way to say something that belongs to you. And lastly, nahnu turns into na, na. You would say kitabu na, kitabu na. Make sense? Can I erase this? Yes? Okay. Okay. So I will give you um here. If you want, you can take a picture of that, but we'll go over this again. These are just some examples of using the word fi and ala and min when you are putting the dama'ir, the pronouns at the end of the words. So for example, ha will turn into fihi, and we'll go into that in more detail next time because we're running out of time here for Isha. Here's what I will tell you. In the book, go to so this is chapter 10. What we're doing right now is chapter 10, and I'll read through the lesson next time. But skip over to chapter 11, and you'll see two paragraphs here. Okay? Chapter 11 on page 61. All right? Try your best to translate all of this. You will know almost all of the words there. You will know almost all of the words there. Translate that, and try to understand that as best as you can. On Thursday, to whoever wants, I'll give them a quiz that will be basically based on the first half of the book. Okay, so this is not mandatory. It's not for everyone because it's too many students for me to grade everyone's. But I'll give you some time to do it, and then I'll send you the answers, inshallah. All right, so try your best to understand the dynamics between these words and these sentences, and inshallah we'll continue from Dhama'ir next time, inshallah. هذا وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا.